Wear the Gown is sponsored by CHI St. Vincent.
Talking about hot spots, Oaklawn is known for some lively characters who frequent the Arkansas landmark. THV 11's Craig O'Neill introduces us to one of those folks who had some long odds against recovering from a problem he didn't know he had.
To fans of Oaklawn, that one scene can conjure up memories and a sense of excitement. But for one fan, there is a memory of Oaklawn and a moment he'd like to forget. The day back in May, while at the track, chiropractor John Dinofrio was not himself.
I sat down on the bench there by the glass fireplace, and Ken goes, "Dr. D, you all right? Dr. D, you all right?" I didn't hear a word he said. Next thing you know, I was waking up in the emergency room.
He had a congenital valve problem and needed doctors in Little Rock. And after a week of tests at CHI St. Vincent's,
instead of a tricuspid valve, which everybody has, you've got a bicuspid valve. And I was like, okay, what does that mean? He goes, well, the only way to repair it is to crack your chest open, okay?
And for a holistic chiropractor, that didn't go over at all.
You know, I told him, I said, no one's cracking my chest open.
Interventional cardiologist Dr. Aravind Rao knew how serious it was.
He has what we call severe aortic stenosis, which is thickening of one of the valves that lets blood out of the heart.
And thoracic surgeon Dr. Kenneth Howe also knew.
It was quite clear he had to have something done in order to, prolong his life and lead to a better quality of life.
Both doctors part of an interdisciplinary approach where teams of cardiologists and surgeons confer on every case.
We're not in our own silos. We're all collaborating, learning things, because we all have different training pathways. And so for us to collaborate and learn from each other is huge. And
unconvinced, Dr. D was allowed to call doctors in Houston and Cleveland for second opinions and wasn't totally sold on surgery when meeting again with Dr. Rao.
And he said, now don't get wild and crazy, you still got this problem. Don't exert yourself. Saturday night, I went to my daughter's, okay? And she was having a birthday party. So they started playing Bago. Guess what? So I started playing Bago, played 3 games of Bago, and by the next day, everything went south. I started breathing like a fish out of water.
Admitted the next day, Doctors Rao and Howell had their own form of Bago.
That's when we went in and did what we call a balloon valvuloplasty. Basically, we put a balloon across his valve, balloon the valve to improve the flow.
And immediately I was like, oh my God, that's an instant relief. And that's probably what saved my life.
The verdict by the doctor team: open heart surgery, aortic valve replacement, and bypass surgery. By then, Dr. D was convinced, and just 1 month later.
When I used to walk down the driveway and go to the mailbox, I'd have to stop halfway. Now it's like back and forth, no problem.
A bad day at Oaklawn had made him a winner after all.